Hello everyone, welcome to Invest Wisdom channel. In this video, we will talk about bad money habits you need to quit. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. There's no denying that bad habits can be hard to break. We've all struggled to kick unhealthy behavior to the curb, whether it's biting your nails, smoking, or spending too much money. However, bad habits can be exceptionally costly for our finances. From impulse buying to paying only the minimum on our credit cards, these behaviors can quickly add up and put us in a difficult hole to climb out of. That is why it's important to nip bad financial habits in the bud. We all have habits that shape our lives, for better or for worse. If you want to improve your finances, you need to consider quitting lousy money habits and replacing them with good ones. So the question is, what are the bad money habits that you need to quit? Today, we will be sharing with you those bad money habits. First, rely on your credit cards. It's easy to rely on credit cards when you're short on cash, but it's a bad habit that can lead to long-term financial problems. When you use credit cards, you're essentially borrowing money that you will eventually have to pay back with interest. This can quickly become expensive, and if you're not able to make your payments on time, you may damage your credit score. Additionally, relying on credit cards can also lead to overspending. It's easy to convince yourself that you can afford something when you're only paying with plastic, but if you're not careful, you could end up with a hefty bill that you can't afford to pay off. If you're struggling to break the habit of using credit cards, start by limiting yourself to only using cash or debit cards for a month. This will help you better handle your spending and force you to be more mindful of the money you are spending. You may also want to consider setting up a budget to understand better where your money is going each month. Breaking the habit of using credit cards is essential for good financial health, so make sure to take the necessary steps to quit. Second, online shopping whenever you are bored. Shopping online can be a great way to save time and money. However, it can also be a significant drain on your bank account if you're not careful. One of the biggest dangers of online shopping is that it's easy to do when you're bored. Whether at work or home, it's tempting to take a break from your work or chores and scroll through your favorite online stores. Before you know it, you've added several items to your cart and spent far more than you intended to. You can do plenty of other things to occupy your time, such as reading, taking a walk, or talking to a friend. If you find yourself shopping online whenever you're bored, it's essential to break this habit before it becomes too costly. By avoiding online shopping when you're bored, you'll be able to keep your spending under control and save money in the long run. The third bad money habit is the habit of always eating out. If you're trying to save money, one of the worst habits you can have is eating out. Even if you split the bill with friends, it can add up quickly. And if you're not careful, it can also be dangerous for your financial health. When you eat out, you're not just paying for the food, you're also paying for the labor, overhead, and other costs associated with running a restaurant. This means that you're likely spending more than you would if you cooked at home. Additionally, eating out can lead to unhealthy spending habits. If you're not mindful of your budget, you may splurge on expensive meals or impulse buy unnecessary items. To avoid these pitfalls, it's essential to be intentional about your eating habits. If you want to save money, cook at home more often. And if you do eat out, make sure to stick to your budget. Otherwise, you may end up doing more harm than good. The fourth, not keeping an emergency fund. It's always good to have some money set aside for emergencies. If something unexpected comes up, you'll have the cash you need to deal with it. Unfortunately, not everyone is in the habit of doing this. Some people prefer to spend their money as soon as they get it, without setting anything aside for a rainy day. Others may believe that they don't make enough money to justify putting any into savings. Whatever the reason, not having an emergency fund can leave you in a very precarious position if something does go wrong. If you find yourself in an emergency without any savings to fall back on, you'll likely have to rely on credit cards or loans to get by. This can result in a lot of debt, which can be very difficult to pay off. It can be stressful and overwhelming to deal with an unexpected expense when you don't have the money to cover it. So while it may seem like keeping an emergency fund is unnecessary, it's one of the most brilliant things you can do for yourself financially. Start setting aside some money each month to be prepared if and when an unexpected cost arises. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Fifth, you are not investing. Not investing is one of the most significant bad habits that people can have. It's a mistake for several reasons. First, when you don't invest, you're missing out on the growth potential. Over time, compound interest can add up, and you could end up with a lot more money than you started with. Second, not investing can also lead to inflationary losses. If the prices of goods and services go up, but your income doesn't, you'll end up worse off than if you had invested and allowed your money to grow along with the inflation rate. Finally, not investing can also mean missed opportunities. If there's a good investment that you could have made but didn't because you were afraid or didn't understand it, you may regret it later. In general, it's best to err on the side of caution and learn as much as you can before making any big decisions. But if you're not investing at all, you're missing out on some significant potential benefits. Sixth is by increasing your standard of living, then not saving for your future. Many people choose not to save up for their future because they don't think they'll need the money or believe that they'll be able to rely on Social Security. However, this is often not the case. Social Security is not a guaranteed income, and many people find themselves without any savings when they retire. This can be a difficult situation to recover from, and it often leads to a life of financial insecurity. Therefore, if you don't want to live your life worrying about money, then it's essential to start saving now. Even if you only put away a small amount each month, it will add up over time and give you the peace of mind that comes with knowing you have a nest egg to fall back on. So if you're not already saving for your future, now is the time to start. It could make all the difference in your retirement years. The last bad money habit that you need to quit is always ditching your change. Changing starts with a promise, a desire to be better. Anyone can make a change, especially when it comes to their spending habits and saving money. However, often people ditch their change, either intentionally or unintentionally. This is a bad habit that can be difficult to break. Ditching your change means you are less likely to reach your financial goals. It's essential to be mindful of your spending and saving habits to make lasting changes. Keep track of your progress and reward yourself for small successes. With focus and determination, you can break the habit of ditching your change and achieve your financial goals. There are several different ways that people form habits. Some people learn by mimicry, picking up patterns from those around them. Others develop habits in response to environmental cues, such as always buying coffee on the way to work. And some people form habits through repeated reinforcement, such as getting used to the feeling of satisfaction that comes from spending money. No matter how you've developed your current money habits, you can always change them by being aware of the process and making a conscious effort to break old patterns and establish new ones. It may take some time and effort, but getting your finances on track is worth it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.